right, welcome to Burgers and Bourbon. I am Brian, that's Chris, that's Eric. You guys have seen us before. You saw us last week do a burger. Not exactly the best burger we've ever had. No. Hopefully this week we're going to do a better bourbon because last week was iffy at best, right?
Yeah.
When you say, all right, so here's what happens. We're going to review this bourbon. We're going to tell you about it in a few minutes, and then we're going to give you our opinion of it. We actually had this last night. We had a little event. It's kind of a cool event. So if you want to know about it, it's a bourbon event. If you want to know about it, call us. That's the guy to contact. His name's Chris Vaughn, and he'll get you registered. You do have to register for it, but he'll get you registered for it. And literally, I think last night we had 20-something bourbons.
Oh, yeah, 20, 25.
Yeah.
Well, bourbons, gosh, we probably had 30 on that
Okay,
table.
maybe it was like 30 bourbons. It's kind of cool. Everybody brings a bourbon, you sit down and taste it, and you kind of get a little sampling of several of them. So it's pretty good. But anyway, I brought this, and I'll tell you why I got it. But first of all, it's called Bib and Tucker. I did get that right, by the way.
You did get it right. I'm impressed.
I did.
If you get it wrong, you get it horribly wrong.
Now, he's going to make fun of me because he says it's really not bourbon, although they're classified as bourbon, because it's technically whiskey because it's made in Tennessee.
Well, I mean, it's bourbon, but to me, and this is coming from
it doesn't fit the definition of bourbon.
I'm a dyed-in-the-wool Tennessee fan, but
yes,
bourbon to me is from Kentucky. It's kind of like you always bet on a Kentucky-bred horse in the Derby, right?
It meets the technical definition.
It meets the technical definition, yes. But for me, I like my bourbon made in Kentucky.
But isn't it true that like when something's made in Tennessee, at least I think it's Jack Daniels is the case, but it's filtered through coal filter first.
Charcoal.
Right? Charcoal.
That's,
filter, right?
I don't think all Tennessee whiskeys are done that way. Mr. Producer, if I'm wrong, by all means let me know, but I think that's kind of the major ones. It's the major ones. That's the Jack Daniels and the Dickel's and that kind of stuff. Those are all charcoal.
Well, supposedly Mr. Producer said this may be Dickel juice, right?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. We said it's George Dickel, if anybody wants to know. Clarify what I just said. But it is George. And as a matter of fact, last night we had the George Dickel 15-year.
Yeah, the 15-year, which...
it was very good. It was, although a little bit spicy, a little bit more spicy than what I anticipated maybe a 15-year being. But anyway, so here it is. So it's Bib and Tucker. It is a 6-year. The reason I got it was because, first of all, for that particular event, we kind of bring random...
Yeah, you don't want to bring the standard fare. You got to bring something unusual.
You're not bringing Maker's Mark to...
No.
You can bring Maker's Mark, but you bring in Maker's Mark Select or something something that's different.
Yeah. So when I went to the liquor store, I actually bought my kind of standard go-to, and I was like, hey, I like the look of this bottle. It's actually pretty cool. I don't know, Mr. Producer, you want to... I think you had a picture of it too, but you might want...
It's kind of hard to see on camera.
Yeah, but here's the reason that I thought it was a really cool bottle. We have a friend who works here, or a coworker, that has a bottle of pre-Prohibition Four Roses, right? I think that's what it is. But anyway, it looks very similar to this, doesn't it? It's kind of a dark bottle. It's got some, isn't it something on the bottle too, right? Doesn't it have writing? Or like, like this is part of the glass, like raised letter on? I think it's very similar to that. I
honestly don't remember.
Either way, it kind of reminded me of the kind of old pre-Prohibition or Prohibition type era of, liquor bottle. So anyway, that's why I got it. I thought, it's kind of a cool bottle, and then it turns out that it's pretty decent. So anyway, we'll rank that in just a minute.
So I was not at the event last night, so I'm, I guess, the only one that hasn't tried this yet.
Yeah.
So I'm coming.
Did you try it last night?
I did have this last night.
Okay, you did? Okay, yeah, because not everybody had it. You can see we didn't drink very much of it. So.
Yeah.
Well, the whole point of that event, just for the people who haven't been there that are interested, there's 20, 30 different bourbons, and there was a Scotch, and one guy brought, and he's notorious for bringing this kind of stuff, grapefruit flavored rum, which I refused to try. It was pink. It was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
There's always that random guy who's just trolling everybody, but because there's so much out there and you want to try as many of them as you can, you only drink a little splash of each one just to kind of get the taste. So that's the reason we didn't drink that much.
Yeah. So, Mr. Producer, you want to jump in there and take a look at this so you can see what it looks like? Because the bottle's so dark, you really can't see it. But anyway, that's what it looks like. It's got a nice cut and golden look to it. Although I will tell you, last night we had one. What was the name of it? Boondocks. And it was like, it looked like, it was super light. It was not dark at all.
It was Boondocks cask strength.
Yeah.
And it was 12 or 13 years old. And
that's right.
It was pale. Right. It was really light. It looked like
it looked
like a Pilsner beer. I mean, it was
did.
really light.
Really?
Yeah.
But
I was shocked at
on
how.
a cast strength. Though.
Yes, and the taste was not light. It was a heavy, full-bodied flavor. It was great.
But it was
awesome.
It was very interesting that it was that light.
Yeah.
It was very, very interesting.
Yeah, we all commented on that one.
Yeah. All right, so thoughts, taste it. Of course, I had it last night, so I kind of know what it's going to taste like, but
Good nose.
yeah, this is, I will tell you that we had several last night that were, really, really strong. If you guys remember, several weeks ago, we did one called Three Keys, and we were commenting about it last night. As a matter of fact, I think Chris actually pulled up that episode.
Yeah, put it up on the TV.
Put it up on TV to show everybody, but that was one that it was like overpowering, but it tasted really well. So it was very good. It's one of the better ones we've had so far. So, but this one's, from a smell standpoint, pretty good. I mean, it's not, it's not overpowering.
It's not
smells.
overpowering at all, and I already had a taste, so I can start commenting on that. But
Well, what do you think?
It's smooth, actually. For a 6-year, surprisingly smooth.
Yeah.
Not overpowering, not much of an aftertaste, really.
This is, to me, this requires a Kentucky chew. It is so much better on the second taste. You do know what a Kentucky chew is, right?
You have to explain that because I don't even know.
So for those of you who do not know, a Kentucky chew,
Yeah.
you put a little bit of bourbon in your mouth and you kind of swish it around on your gums and your tongue, and it kind of deadens the sensitivity a little bit, and it really, on the second taste, you can taste all the flavors because it kills a lot of the burn. That is a much, much better taste on the second sip than it is on the first.
I didn't even feel a burn on
No,
it
I didn't
the first
either.
time.
And everybody's a little bit different. I did get some
Yeah,
burn the
bit?
first time, but not the second time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's pretty good. I mean,
It is.
It's. I think it's pretty smooth. This is one that, as you guys watch these, if you follow us at all, I'm a neat guy, so I drink it just like this. Although I don't have much in there because I actually have some work to do after this. So these guys apparently don't have much to do.
I'm done for the day.
My Friday afternoon meeting got canceled.
Yeah. Okay. So he's loading up. Yeah. But anyway, so I prefer to drink bourbon neat. Don't even use a cube. Although I'm going to put one in here because I did do that last night. Yeah. And to me, when you put a cube of ice in there, or even if you put a little bit of water, it does change the taste. I think more so when you put ice in there, it definitely changes the taste.
We got fancy this time. We actually.
Oh, yeah, he wants to be fancy. But anyway, yeah, you'll throw a piece of ice in there.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and throw me one.
Yeah, so, but that's the reason why I put ice in there. I think it gives it a little bit different taste. So we didn't do this last night, so I'm interested to see what it tastes like.
I didn't try it with ice last night.
But this is one that for sure I could do neat and not have to put ice in there. Although I may like it better with ice. But this is one I can definitely drink without it. Yeah, I don't think it didn't really change. Of course, it really hadn't had a chance to really melt the ice that much, but I don't think it really changed the taste that much.
I'm picking up a lot of honey that I didn't.
Oh yeah,
get the first time.
okay, yeah. And of course, I don't have very much in there, so that's probably why I'm not tasting a whole lot of change. But
yeah, there's a lot of honey there that
right
you don't get neat.
You're right on the honey. Yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't.
And it's good. I like that. I liked this neat, but I think I like it better with the cube because there's just some flavors coming out.
I pretty much always prefer on the rocks. Just 1 or 2 cubes. Personal preference. I know most people, Brian included, don't.
Everybody's different.
But yeah, I just like it. It tends to go down a little bit more smoothly.
I don't think there's a wrong way to drink bourbon, unless we had this conversation last night about
I'm gonna
coming
say
in
there
with
is
a nice bottle of bourbon and Coke.
Well, so here's the funny thing. So the other night I went out and had drinks with a couple of guys, and it was a business meeting. Although we did have a cocktail, but the funny thing, he walked up and he was like looking, and there was like Weller or something. I don't know exactly what it was, and he was like, "I'll take that Weller," and the guy's like, "Awesome, you want it neat?" And he was like, "No, with Coke." And I'm like, "Why even waste? Why even waste it?"
As hard as that stuff is to find right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I
We
couldn't
had
believe
a
it.
bottle last night that somebody brought in as a joke, and I believe it was called Mellow Corn.
It was, yeah.
Was it Mellow Corn?
Yeah, twist off top. That tells you everything you need to know.
Oh wow! It looked like. I mean, the label looked like something you would see in the cooking aisle.
Yeah.
What was the deal with that one? I've not heard of it.
There's a reason why you haven't heard of this,
I'm
and
sure
you
there's-
don't want
I'm sure
to.
there's a
It was
reason.
Kentucky's finest, though.
Yeah,
It's what it said on
that
the
was its
label.
claim. I think that's a little puffery.
I think
It
they
was
all
not
say
good.
that. I think
It
they
was
all
not
say
good.
that, yeah.
But I mean, Okay, that with Coke would be nasty, but to put something good,
Yeah.
To put
Especially
Coke,
Weller. I mean,
Weller, yeah.
Why there was a whole bunch of like lower end stuff. Why go after the Weller and put
Right.
Coke in there? I don't get that. But whatever. That's how
That's
he drinks
another
it.
one we need to test. We need to get a couple of the Wellers in here and try.
Yeah,
this.
but that's how he drinks his bourbon. I mean, that's because I asked him about it. I go, "Is that how you drink bourbon?" He said, "That's how I drink it." So, I asked him, "Do you like it neat?" And he's like, "I wouldn't drink anything neat." I'm like, "Okay, well, but it's all different preference, right?"
I'm gonna throw my fellow Tennessee people under the bus. You put Tennessee whiskey with Coke. You don't put Coke in Kentucky bourbon. I'm sorry.
All right, well, that's just some truth there. All right, so what do you think?
Much better with the cube. It brings out lots and lots of flavors, and
Yep.
it's cooled off a little bit, and I like that part too. This is a good 7 for me.
Good 7?
I wouldn't hesitate to buy this. What was the price?
I was getting ready to ask that same
Yeah,
question.
so this was $57.
Yeah, that's a pretty good bourbon at that
Yeah,
price.
yeah, no, it was
I
it was
like
pretty
that.
good. Yeah, what do you think?
I like 7. 7's a good, probably a little overpriced maybe, but
Maybe.
no, it's smooth. I mean, really, I'm sitting here right now. I'm really not feeling any kind of an
Yeah.
aftertaste
Yep.
or anything like that.
No.
I mean, it goes down smooth, which can be dangerous.
We'll give him about an hour sitting in his office to
Right.
have finishing that thing up. No, I'm going to say 7.5. I like it. I think it's a little bit more closer to. We've had some others that I didn't like as much. This one I can drink neat, which is sort of that's how I rank it. So 7.5 is pretty good. I like it. Not my go-to. Okay.
I am curious about something. The producer is back there doing
I
this
was-
as
yeah.
you were talking, and I was wondering. Throw up some fingers. What's your score, Mr. Producer?
You can speak.
He's going
All right,
7 as well.
Yeah, so 7.
okay.
All right, so we got
All
a
right.
couple
Well,
sevens.
he's the bourbon aficionado
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, he's already had 3, so
Yeah.
His palate's good and,
Yeah.
good and warmed up, right?
Yeah. So we got all 7s and a 7.5. So pretty good stuff. Again, this is not my go-to. I would not.
No.
But as a one-off, and
it's very good.
Yeah, and this is one that the other reason I got that was because I like the bottle. It's when we finish it up, I'll just keep the bottle as display. Now we do different
That's
things.
going to be a tough one to put your.
I'm
to put
gonna
your
I'm
teas
gonna
in
put
on
a
that
disclaimer in on this.
All right.
This is one that would be just for looks. I wouldn't put anything in it. So I put golf tees in mine just because that's what I like to do. But
Yeah, we
he
did that episode. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to go back and look, it's about 3 episodes or so ago. But anyway, Chris showed you what he does with his. He puts oil in it.
Yeah, lamp oil, and then just decorations.
Just
I mean, pick
decorations
anything
there.
you want.
Yeah, it's really cool. So again, I think that's why sometimes Chris and I buy bottles is because the
Absolutely.
way they look. And our other partner Isaac showed us a bottle that is being made. Have you seen it? It's a tequila bottle.
Oh yeah.
And
No, it's-
Yeah.
it is.
Oh.
It is. Well, we can't.
That
we
is
can't.
not safe for work.
It's not
and it's
safe
an
for a
actual
podcast.
bottle.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
it's literally designed to look like something, and it's hilarious. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's not one I would pick and display it. Although I might, like in my bar at my home, but I would hide it from my kids. Let's put it that way. But anyway, so
Yeah.
but yeah, that's another reason why I do it. And again, this is one of those things that there's so many bourbons. And they all have different flavorings. Sometimes you have to decide how you're going to pick a bourbon. And sometimes I walk in and go, there's 3 or 4 I like. I actually will pick the bottle versus, just what I think the spirits are going to taste like. Because I'll try anything, but this just happens to be one that I like the bottle. I think it's really cool.
Marketing works, right? That's
Absolutely does.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. And this is just, I haven't seen this one before.
Speaking of marketing, I want to know what the kickback is that we're supposed to get because he's perfectly placed that
Oh, yeah.
Coca-Cola logo. I
See,
mean,
this thing should be
he's
spinning.
really got it out there.
Well, I
Make
thought
sure
I
we
was
tag
gonna need it.
Coca-Cola when we post
Exactly. We got
this.
a tag
Get
code, a
a
little
That's right.
kickback there.
Well, you can always put your bourbon, Coke in your bourbon. See, we were talking about that a few minutes ago. Well, I get it. We were not supposed to do that. But anyway. All right, so real quick, you went 7, 7.5. Mr. Producer went 7. So really good. Try it. It's very good. Keep in mind, we have 3 different podcasts. We have a Peace of Mind radio podcast, which is we do wealth planning. So it is something to check out. We talk.
We actually kind of get serious during
Yeah, we are a little serious on that. I think we may record some Monday, a couple of episodes on Monday. We also do, so that comes out every week. We do another podcast called Connecting the Commonwealth, where we spotlight entrepreneurs, small business owners, and we talk about their goods and services and, really run a 15, 20-minute commercial for them. So if you have an interest, make sure you drop us a line.
reach
let
out to
know.
us.
yeah, I'd be happy to do that. And then we do the Burgers and Bourbon. So that comes out every week, but we do a burger every other week and a bourbon every other week. So make sure you tune in. We got several, I don't know, a dozen or so of the Burgers and Bourbon, and we have a number of all the others. You can go back to our website and check it out. Like us on YouTube, and then I'll let Eric tell you exactly what to do.
And before he does that, when you like us on YouTube, if you got a suggestion on a burger joint or a bourbon that you would like for us to review, please let us know. We'll be more than happy to try it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and now just follow us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Be the first to get notified whenever we drop a new video out there. We're dropping them at least 2-3 times a week. We've fallen off a little bit over the last couple weeks.
Well,
with
vacation,
right in the middle of summer, right, 4th of July. But we're picking back up this week and next. So anyway, appreciate you watching, and make sure you hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner.
Have a good week, everybody.